The origin of the bioformed Inhumanoids. The story takes place in 1986, after the Inhumanoids went back under the surface of the Earth, never to be seen again. Or so we thought they would be gone until the year 2023 came along, when it happened. However, human scientists were actually prepared for this moment. After doing some genetic research and DNA reconstructed use from the three samples from the monster trio themselves, the scales of Medlar, the rotten flesh sample of Decompose, and the green veiny tissue sample from Tendra. So after putting all the skin samples in a massive beaker, a chain reaction ended up starting to affect chemicals combined with the skin samples together. But when the coast was clear, three strange figures appear on the biochemicals, with as the bioformed Inhumanoids were born, but instead acting like a bunch of rampaging beasts. Unlike the original ones, these ones acted more like human-controlled creatures, each of them having some of their identical names to that of the originals, but with added bio names such as Bio-Empower Medlar, the leader of the bioformed Inhumanoids. His body consists with blue kinetic energy rocky skin and green shiny scales. However, his powers are electric plasma balls and uses bioenergy to reanimate his robot warriors who follow his commands, is also natural. Among other things, biotoxin tendril is the dumb one, just like the original tendril, but this one has bioluminescence with blood that acts like acid and can multiply twice when you cut some of his limbs off to grow into a new biotoxin tendril. He's also intelligent than his original, since he was added with a brain, and last but not least, bio-reanimate Decompose. He can turn others into biohazard zombies, just like his original. However, he's immune to sunlight, since he's human-made and is a teal rotten flesh, and his glow in the dark skull and rib cage to illuminate in the dark like sunlight to weaken Decompose. So while then the Inhumanoids were attacking a city, and without Earth core left to stop them, they sent in the bioformed Inhumanoids to fight them in a huge battle in the city. So both trios locked in a huge, intense battle between human-made knowledge and evil forces to each other. As the battle continues, the bioformed Inhumanoids proven to be much more stronger than the original ones, which proves that the humans found themselves the perfect bioweapon to protect the world from evil forces. Later on in the battle continues, the real Inhumanoids realize that they can't beat them, so after being defeated, they decided to retreat to find another place to attack, while the scientists at the lab celebrate as the bioformed Inhumanoids have been proven to be a successful way to stop monsters. Unfortunately, the success of this project took a turn for the worst when the bioformed Inhumanoid started to develop a hatred to their human creators who made them, instead of acting kind of nice and protective to humans. They happened showing aggression, violent and disobedience to them. It's been revealed that this experiment did not go the way that the scientists hoped for. Instead, it went for a direction of world domination for these beasts. The military tried to stop them, but it wasn't too much to handle them off while the world was becoming a biohazard wasteland. So that the scientists who created the bioformed Inhumanoids had no choice but decided to call in the real Inhumanoids to have a rematch with them, but this time to saving the world and prevent it from being in ruins. Even the government-funded research team Earth Corps have came and decided to join the fight for the survival of humanity. So when the rematch between the Inhumanoids and the bioformed Inhumanoids comments, Earth Corps managed to help everyone to evacuate the city before they can be all destroyed. And it seems like the Inhumanoids have more of the upper hand than the bioformed Inhumanoids, and it seems like it's probably for payback from the previous battle earlier. Probably after the battle ended, the bioformed Inhumanoids were finally defeated, leaving the real Inhumanoids in triumph after all the action they had against the other imposters. And then the Inhumanoids went back to under the surface of the Earth, leaving every human and Earth Corps lived happily ever after. Or so they thought.